Hi everyone, and welcome to another Boss Girl Budgets, or if you're new here, welcome to the family. I'm so happy that you have found our budget fam. My name is Lili and I'm a 39-year-old copy loving cash stuffer, and here we are all about real life budgeting and honest chats. So if you are into budgeting, saving, or just love cozy vibes and a good chat, hit that subscribe button and let's jump into it. So today, of course, is cash stuffing day, and we are having a little bit of a misery day today. Unfortunately, I have been to the dentist this morning, so I had a root canal, so I am struggling with my mouth at the moment. So this might be a quicker video than normal because I can't talk very well, so I'm sorry if I sound funny or anything like that, but I really wanted to get this video done because I did promise you guys that I would do every week. So I have been having a lazy afternoon. My husband has been amazing and he has been looking after me all day, but basically there were some complications with my root canal, so it is a bit sore, and a little bit traumatic. So I really struggle with dentists, as a lot of people probably do, but mine gets quite anxiety ridden, and the night before I feel sick and etc etc, and this morning yes, because there was some pain involved even after the anesthetic, I was quite traumatic in the dentist surgery. So yeah, so this morning was it's been a struggle this morning, basically, which is why I'm not my super perky self, but we still have a job to do, and that is to cash stuff, so we are ready for the week. So let's have a nice cozy drink. Oh my gosh, even that is difficult because one side of my cheek is still a bit numb, so that is just, yeah, a whole mess. Anyway, I have been to the bank, and I have got some cash here. So before we go into the cash part, let's take out what we have for rollover. So groceries, I have nothing left. Petrol, I have $5. I'm going to roll this over for next week. Household, I've got nothing left. Entertainment, now I stuffed this one with our sinking fund envelope because me and my husband went out for date night last weekend, so I put all of that money in here. This is what I've got left. I've got $50, $60, $70, $80 still. We didn't really spend much, so I'm going to put this back into my life is for living envelope, so let's put that to the side. Dining out, I have got $10 in there, so I'm going to also leave that in there, I think. Splurge, this is mine, and I have got $20, $30, $40, $50 left over. I think I'm going to roll this over though because I will explain in a second. Coffee is empty, and then this is our income for this week, so let's take this out. So basically this is my back to bank envelope. I've put what I needed to back into my bank, and then I have taken out this week's cash stuffing. Now this is quite a lot, and that is because this is going to be 2 weeks worth of cash stuffing, because as most of you know from watching my previous video, I am now being paid fortnightly instead of weekly. So I have taken the whole amount out. I have left bills money in there. So I've got this, and this is what we're going to cash stuff, but I'm going to split it into 2 payments so that I can do 2 cash stuffings. That's probably, I think that's the easiest way of managing it, to be honest. But let's put this to the side and let's go into my bills and look at that. Actually, before we do that, this is so chaos because I have not planned this video, and then not feeling well at the same time means my brain is not working. So let's get this onto a cash tray. Let's do that first. So here we go. So I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1000. Let's get that up. So 1,050, 70, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, and then I do also have $300 in my bank. That is for bills, which I will do in prop notes when we do our bill fund. So let's get rid of this so I don't confuse myself later on in the video. And that was for entertainment, wasn't it? So let's get my sinking fund binder. Let's put this straight into here before I forget and then completely confuse myself, which I will absolutely do today because it is one of those days. Okay, there we go, safe and sound. Right, I apologize as well for the lighting today. The lighting is absolutely terrible. I'm telling you, it's a miserable day today, and I hate like not spreading positivity, but today is just a miserable day, and sometimes these things happen. I told you, over here we're all about being real, and today it's just a miserable day. Okay, so let's go into my bills. So this one I'm stuffing it with prop notes, and we need to take some out because we had some bills come out of my account. So I've got rent, hubby bills, and my bills, and then I have been, you're going to be so proud of me because I've been using my tracker, and it is looking nice. I need to use a different pen though because my other pen ran out, so it's going to be a different color, which is upsetting me, but it is what it is. So this is my bills tracker. We've pretty much got a balance of what is in my bank. So I need a calculator to work this out because all these bills I need to now take out of my account because we paid them last week. So I've got $10.99 plus $18.99 plus 12 plus 155.79, so $197.77. So I'm just going to take out a flat $200 just to make it easier. So in my bills we have 360. So I'm going to take out 200, so we have 160 left. And since we're already in this binder, let's stuff. Actually, no. Nope. We're going to do this in order like I think it should be. Okay, so we know that this is all sorted now, so I don't need to go and do that yet. I'm so sorry that this is so higgledy-piggledy. Alright, let's get back to our cash tray. Right, so we've dealt with all of our rollover. Now we are going to stuff our income, but I first need to split it into two. So week one, we're going to do $880. That is half of my real job, my real world job. And then it is also including a little portion from Etsy. My sales were not very high last week, so I think it's because everybody was waiting for the advent boxes to come out. So yeah, sales last week were a little bit slow. So I think we ended up with about $150, I believe, from Etsy last week. That's after I put money away for tax, obviously, and for business supplies, and I also put a little bit away. I think it's like 20% I put into my own personal savings account. So this is what's left over. So I put about $150 into the income, and then I've got $705 that I'm going to put away for week two. So let's get rid of week two's money just straight away. So I've got 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700 and $5. So there we go, that's done. I'm going to put that, I think I'll keep this in my bills binder, but I will keep it at the back here, just because if it's in my everyday wallet, there's a chance that I will use it accidentally. So if it's here, it's staying at home and I know where it is. All right, so that is that part done. So week 2's money has been put aside for next week's cash stuffing. So this is what we're cash stuffing for this week. Oh my gosh, I need a drink. My mouth is hurting so bad. This is your reminder to look after your teeth, because when I was younger, I did not look after my teeth and now I have all these problems. I've had so many root canals, it's not funny. Okay, so week 1, I've got it written down to the side here. So we've got $880 to play with. Now, I did, out of the $880, I did have to grab some stuff from the grocery store when I went to the bank. So we've spent $45 of my grocery money, which is fine. It just means that I'm now going to stuff a bit less into groceries. So let's go straight into my everyday wallet and let's cash stuff it. So before I start, how is everybody? I don't think I've asked this yet in this video. I've just talked about myself and that was a bit rude of me, but how are you all going? Let me know down below what you've been up to, if anything exciting has been happening. Let me know down below if you managed to get your hands on the Christmas Advent box, because the pre-orders are up now and I have sold quite a few. I'm so excited and so grateful because you guys really have. I think I've sold more than last year already and it's only day 2, so I'm super stoked about that. Pre-orders are still open, so if you haven't managed to grab yourself a box yet, there is still an opportunity. But yes, so that has been my week. But yeah, let me know down below what you've been up to, how life is going, the good and the bad, because we like to keep it real. Okay, so groceries, I was going to stuff 250, so we need to minus 45, so we're going to stuff $205. I really hope my math just then was correct. 205. So $205 is going into groceries. Perfect. Petrol, I'm just going to put 20 in because we have this $5 in here already. That will cover me to get to work. Household, I'm not going to stuff this week. Entertainment, I'm not going to stuff. We're on a real budget this time. Dining out, not going to stuff. Splurge. Now, normally my husband and I give ourselves $50 a week. This cannot be done this week just because our budget this week does not cover it. So we had to make a few changes and I decided that sinking funds were a bit more of a priority than us just splurging money. So this week we're not going to give ourselves $50, but I am going to put $20 in just so if we need it, it is there. So I'm going to put 10 in mine and I'm going to give 10 to hubby just in case he needs to grab anything. I know it's only little, but it's just 1 week and hopefully next week it will be much better. Some of you are probably thinking, oh, but you sold all those Christmas boxes. Yes, I did, but all of the Christmas box money, because I haven't actually made the boxes yet, it's all been stashed away, so it's not income yet. It won't be income until November. So that is all sitting in a special account ready for me to buy all the supplies and everything for the boxes so that they can be the best boxes ever. I'm super stoked about these boxes because they're so much more refined than last year. They are so chic and elegant this year and I'm so excited. I actually ordered a few things yesterday for them and I just cannot wait. Like, the excitement is so real for these boxes. So coffee, I'm not going to stuff. And then I've got my back to bank. So that is all I needed to do in this one. That is all ready. Actually, I can feel coins in my coin pouch here. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of coins in here. I was wondering why my wallet felt so bulky, and it's because I've got all this change. Okay, so change. Let's pop that into my coin jar. This is getting so dusty. So there is, I don't know if you can see that, 135.25 in there. Let's add some more. So I love this coin jar. I love that it counts it as it goes. Okay, so now we have $144.10. Pretty good, I reckon. Like I always say, every dollar counts. Okay, next up we are going to go into my bills binder and we're going to sort this out. Now, hopefully I've done this correctly. Like I said, with my brain today. What is happening? What have I done here? Right, something is not right. What is it? I don't know. Hang on. Let's come back to rent because I think I might have stuffed something up. Bills and bills. That should be... Have I stuffed something up or am I just losing my marbles? I think I'm just losing my marbles. Okay, so we need 50, 70, 90 is going to go into hubby and mine gets 60. So again, this money is already in my bank. I'm just using this as a little physical tracker so I can see what should be in there. So 50 and 60 is going into my account. So my bill account now has 100, 150, 200, 10, 20. Okay, and then hubby is getting 90. So 50, 70, 90 is going into hubby. Now I need to work out rent. What have we got left here? 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. No, something has gone wrong. Did I count it wrong at the start? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to work this out. Right, I'll be back. Okay, I worked it out. You guys probably worked it out way before me, but what I did is when I put the week 2 $705 into my bill binder, I forgot to take out the 150 because that's in my bank account. I hope that makes sense. But I'm supposed to leave it in my bank account for next week's bills, so I shouldn't have stuffed 705. I should have stuffed 705 minus the 150. So now we're up to date. Now I fixed it. I found that missing $150. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put 2, 3. This is so much better now that I've worked that out. So I've got $300 here. This is for rent and this goes straight to my landlord as cash. So there we go. So that is our bills taken care of and I've sorted myself out. I told you when I started this video, my brain is not working. Right, so now we get to do the fun part. So, oh my gosh. Oh, the numbing is starting to go away and I can start to feel my face again. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because I can feel the pain. I think I'm going to have to take some painkillers after this. Alright, let's do our savings challenges. This was supposed to be a quick video and now it is getting dark and this is all my fault because my brain is just not working. Okay, so I'm not going to stuff Mystery Manifest today. But what I am going to do is I'm going to fix this camera. Hang on a second. to pay for that, which means next year I'm really going to have to do one of my year challenges and just get our savings account back to where I want it to be, because we've had to use it quite a bit this year. But I didn't want to touch this because it's not finished, and so I just thought if I just use my savings, because I'm going to have to use my savings anyway, because this would never cover it, and just keep trying to build up this health fund. Did I put the $10 in there already? I don't think I did. If I did, we'll find out by the end of the video. No, we didn't. Okay, cool. So this one has 150, 170, 180, 190. Yeah, me and hubby talked about it, and we just thought that would be the best option, is to just use the savings and then fix the savings up. Hopefully next year. But that is our savings binder done. Now let's go into my Christmas binder. And I think for this one we're just going to do gifts. So gifts is $15. I've already started looking at potential gifts to buy, and it's really silly of me because this is not ready yet, but I have been looking at a few ideas for Christmas. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 105. I think because the Christmas boxes are out already, my brain just thinks Christmas. So that's all I've been thinking about all week is Christmas. I'm not going to do traditions. I can only do $5. So let's do feasting or clothing. Let's go clothing. So clothing is $2.50 an icon, so we get to colour in 2 icons. I really hope that you guys can hear me. I hope my phone's really good and can, because I won't know until I finish the video, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'm kind of talking out the side of my mouth and it's not fun. Okay, Christmas binder done. Right, so what are we up to now? We are up to sinking funds. That's right, isn't it? Yes. Okay, sinking funds. So my main sinking fund binder. Medical is not getting anything. Self-care, I'm going to give this one $10, not my usual 20. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 in there. Identity is going to get $20. Now normally I give this one $5, but I've got my rego coming up, so I wanted to make sure there is enough in here. Not my rego, sorry, my driver's license. So in here we now have 110, 120, 130. I got the letter for it the other day, so I think it's the end of September that it is due. Vitamins, am I going to stop this one? Yes. I'm going to give this one $5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh my gosh, it is getting so dark in here. Gifting, I'm going to give gifting $5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Entertainment, I am not going to stuff. So that is it for our main sinking funds. Now we will go into my house and car. Alright, so furniture, we're going to give furniture $10. So furniture now has 1, 2, 3, 400 and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So $4.25. Appliances, that is going to get the same, so $10. So in here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30. So $4.30 in appliances. Essentials I'm not stuffing. Home decor, I'm not stuffing, and I'm not stuffing Future Home. Car service is going to get $5. So 1, 200, 20, 30, 40. And then tyres and brakes is going to get the final $5. And we worked it out. It's all good. 150, 60, 70, 80. So that is all of our income sorted for this week. I then have the correct amount of money to go into next week's. And then basically whatever I earn from Etsy next week, because Etsy gets paid into my account weekly. So hopefully whatever I sell on Etsy this week will help cover some extra payments for next week, because we're basically at the bare minimum for next week. This is because I'm the only one that's working at the moment, because my husband is building onto our house. So it's just a single income, and it's not stretching as far as we wanted it to, but that's what Boss Girl is for. That is that side hustle money, and it comes in really handy. But again, I don't know what it is. So as long as I've got that minimum, which I now know that I will get every fortnight, as long as I've got that minimum, we should be okay to cover the basics, and then Boss Girl will just cover things like sinking funds, spending money, and then that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my miserableness today in this grey dull painful day. I'm going to go and take some painkillers, because this anesthetic is wearing off and I'm starting to feel the bruising and the slight aching. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week for a cash stuffing video, if not sooner, if I have anything that I need to say. So see you all. I hope you all have a lovely, gorgeous week, and yes, bye.